believe Buffalo is going to win it, folks.
Kick your heels up and shout.
We've seen why the Buffalo Bills are en route to the playoffs.
Come on now, the Bills are making it happen now. Stand up now, come on and shout.
The Buffalo Bills go undefeated. And we're going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Now, baby, come on, come on.
No one
Come on
circles the
and
wagon
shout.
like the Buffalo Bills.
All right. I got started over. That was a bad start. Well, we back, man. Shout out to everybody that's viewing with us, all the fans that's coming on. We back, and I'm usually not the first voice you hear, probably the third or fourth, but Preach is not here. You know what I mean? To change the weather, he don't wear coats, so he gets sick a lot. So shout out to Preach. If you watch, shout out to Preach.
I'm crying.
But we got our guys here, man. We got our guy Matty Ice, man. What's good, Matty Ice?
My bad, I'm muted. Nothing much, man. Just excited, ready to pod. You know, we got a good game coming up this weekend. I'm excited, man.
All right, we got our guy Mikey D, and that's a raw little jersey. That straight off a player's back. That look like official. That was good, man. What's good? How are you?
You know, I represent for my guy Josh. I'm good, man. I'm like Matt. I'm excited for the game coming up. I already made plans. Going to my boy John house, who he a Bengals fan. So that'll be a vibe. But I'm excited to talk about the game we had on Thursday. I got some hot takes.
Like you said, it definitely was a Thursday game. So people, might have forgot the game was this week. It was Thursday. In a couple of days, been a couple of days. So we're gonna go over that game against the Bucks. So we're gonna talk about that. But before we get there, shout out Buffalo fan base, man, for giving us the opportunity, this platform. 26 shirts as well. Also, if you like the drip that me and Matt got on, shout out to the drip. We got merch. We got merch on the website. OverdueBillsPod.com, as you see it on the ticker below, OverdueBillsPod.com. We is having a sale too, so only on the site. So go check that out. All right, y'all got anything else y'all want to go before I hit you with the quick question of the day?
I just adding to the sale. I mean, if you like the hoodies that me and Rad got on, those are 30. The tees are going for 15. So they're going fast. We're supplies are dwindling by the day. So definitely get your merch for the games. If you're heading to Cincinnati, we can get you some merch before we get out there.
That's a fact. Also, like, share, and subscribe so everybody can hear our great takes, man. So let's get to them. Quick question of the day. Right. Obviously, we made some moves, this today. So we're gonna talk about that too. But barring the move we made today, which I mean, depending on how y'all feel, was it a big or not? Quick question of the day: is our roster good enough to win the Super Bowl? Currently constructed. Do y'all feel like we have what it takes to win a Super Bowl, or do B need to make a move before the trade deadline? Anybody could take it. Whoever.
Yeah, 100%. No, go ahead, Matt.
No, I think we do. Especially after watching. I just want to backtrack too. I think I love us having Thursday games. Well, when we win, right? We start off the week, we're done already. Then football Sunday and Monday comes along, and we get to watch late, not worry about
no pressure
for fantasy, or if you partake your FanDuel, DraftKings, it's great, and we already got it out the way. I love that. So that's just what I'm gonna say on that. But yeah, I do. After watching this weekend slate of football, I think that we do have enough to win the Super Bowl. I just think, the guys that have had to step up into roles because of injuries are just going to need some more games, get some more reps. But by playoff time, I think they'll be ready to roll.
No, I agree. I don't think we do. I know we do. I see teams that win the Super Bowl. All of them aren't the Rams from a couple of years ago when it went and got Ramsey, Von Miller, already had Aaron Donald, traded for Stafford, right? That was a team that, they just say, hey, we're going to buy a Super Bowl, we're going to buy a banner, and we deal with whatever happened after that. But most of these teams that win Super Bowls, you get a Mahomes with some rookie on defense, and you can go win a Super Bowl. As long as we got Josh Allen, we can always win.
So
as long as we use them right.
Okay. So y'all telling me, right, the trade deadline move coming up, It looked like the Tennessee trading some players. The Giants just traded they D line. They selling. So y'all okay if we are not a part of the sellers market of this trade deadline? Y'all okay if Bean does not make a move either side?
That not making a move and not being in the market is two different things. I definitely want him out there looking to see if he can get a good player that can come and help us win, because we always need backups, or even someone can come in and win a job. Definitely go and kick the tires. But if he doesn't make a move, I'm not tripping.
Matt, what's your thoughts? Do you think how would you feel if we you think Bean needs to move? Or
I'm okay with it. I mean, I already see that he is like there are players that are garnering interest, and we are, I don't know if it's true or not. We are in the mix, like a Jalen Johnson from the Bears, at the corner role. That there's other names linked to us. So I'm okay if we are in the market. But again, if we don't, if it doesn't work out for us, then it doesn't matter. I see we're possibly going to shop Kyer Elam. He was a healthy scratch on Thursday, so that's that usually he's in like that AJ Epinesa role where you don't know when he's going to play, and then so and he's always going to be in that conversation, I guess, to be on the chopping block. So we'll see what we got coming tomorrow. I think the deadline's at 4 tomorrow, but I'm okay with it if we don't make a move, as long as we're actually in the mix.
Let me say this, Rad. But if the Chiefs go and trade for DeAndre Hopkins, then it's like, all right, now I need to go be in the market. I need to go buy something. So answer can change.
All right. So, but Bean did make a move. He did make a move today. He came last week and they end up not getting this done. But Fournette did get signed by the Bills. What's your thoughts on a Fournette signing? And do y'all feel like it matter in the grand scheme of things, or moot point? What's your thoughts? Matt, you go first. What's your thoughts on the Fournette signing?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really do anything for me. It's he's a veteran guy, I guess, to fill in that Damian Harris role. But he's on the practice squad. They might elevate him. I'm not sure what it really does, because we talk on here and we say that James Cook should probably get every touch at the running back position. So it doesn't really matter who we bring in, whether it be him or whatever. James Cook is our guy. So,
Mike, before you answer, what's your thoughts as far as we signed Leonard Fournette? Where do you feel like he's gonna end up in that depth chart? Do you feel like he's a better player than Latavius Murray, or you know what I mean, or he just literally just depth? Do you feel like he's going to end up in the rotation?
I hope we take all of the carries that Murray get. Hopefully, it go to Fournette. I know it's 5 carries. I know it is a 1 catch. But my issue is, and what Mills said, it doesn't. Or what Matt said, like, it doesn't matter. Who cares? It might be a couple carries. The issue is that Latavius Murray got a carry on 4th and 2 in the 4th quarter of a game. I'm up by 8 points with a minute left. So Murray is getting important touches. So if we can swap him out and put in Latavius, put in Leonard Fournette, I think that's better. Now, granted, I would prefer the ball to go to Josh or Diggs or Kincaid or one of our good players. But if we had to give it to a running back, I prefer to give it to Leonard Fournette than Latavius Murray, who is 5 years younger, which is crazy because Fournette is old.
So, Latavius Murray is 5 years older than Leonard Fournette?
Yes, bro.
That's crazy. I didn't know
Murray is 33 and Fournette is 28.
Oh, wow. So shout out to Fournette. I mean, I'm not, last year, if you had him in fantasy, he was but he had Tom Brady. He got, 60 catches. So it's a different, I don't know if he's that good. He's still getting like 3 yards of carry and stuff like that. But, I don't know. I'm not necessarily mad at it. We didn't pay no cost for it. He literally just somebody off the street. Not a lot of money. It's like if he's not good in 2 weeks, he can easily get cut. So it's not a big deal to me. Like, far as not mad that he signed him. And if he could help this team, he can come help this team. Do y'all feel like Brandon Beane was in the market for looking for a running back? Because a lot of people linked us to looking at Derrick Henry and such as that. Do you feel like this is a sign that we're pivoting from that, or you think we was finding the running back room in general?
Yeah, I think we're fine in the running back room in general, just because healthy James Cook, like we said, we should get all the volume. So I don't really care who else is really in the room, but yeah, I think that definitely takes us out of any other running back conversation because you don't add a guy like
We
yeah
we were definitely in the market for Henry though. I think Fournette
yeah
was coming, and then maybe we heard Henry was open. They were like, "All right, Fournette, no, you can go back over there and chill." And then Will Levis came in and looked good, and now Tennessee saying, "Oh no, never mind." So that's why we went and called Fournette. I think we definitely was in the market for Henry.
yeah.
All right, so that's what it is. So moving on to Narrative Street, right? So last week, Preach and Mike co-signed it. Y'all wanted Josh to run more. That's what y'all. That was the. If we had a theme to show last week was Josh run,
Our best
run
play.
Josh
Our
run,
best
run
play.
Josh run. You called it our best play. So, before we get into the recap of the game, what's your thoughts on obviously call play runs and just what's your thoughts on Josh running more? And do you feel like we should keep moving forward, or what's your thoughts on the whole Josh running?
I think Ken Dorsey has a burner Twitter account, and he was on the Bills Mafia Twitter page all week. He had to be to call to come on 11 personnel to go no huddle in tempo, and Josh run on the second play. It was like, all right, y'all, shut up. I hear y'all. I swear, so shout out to Ken Dorsey, fan of the show. But I'm super happy about it. It's your advantage. It's Tiger Woods driver, right? It's like Muhammad Ali jab. If you telling me I can fight Muhammad Ali, but he ain't gonna throw no jabs, why? Well, then you giving me an advantage. You taking away something you do great, and you put it on a shelf. So I'm happy that he's back and running.
All right, man. What's your thoughts? He did scare us a little bit going into the tent, with an elbow or whatever. What's your thoughts on, Josh running? Do you feel like he needs to run more?
Yeah, I don't know if I'd say necessarily needs to run more, but it does open up. As we saw it opens up a lot of things for our receivers too. So when you create that threat of running, it is great because we saw it on the Dalton Kincaid touchdown when he looks like he's going to take off. Kincaid improvised. He did. It was like a Mahomes Kelsey improvisation. They made it work, and he scored his first touchdown. So. That was really
Alan Kincaid.
Yep, Alan. Yep. So it was really really good to see that factor get thrown back into our offense. Now, what I will say, Ken Dorsey, he brought that out, but the first goal line stand for Josh not to get a tush push or something or whatever we'll call
like
it
shotgun.
Yeah, 4 plays in a row, he doesn't get one of those. It's just it was kind of infuriating, but then they come back out and they score. But Josh running definitely, whether they design it or just say, hey man, go back to doing a little bit of what you were doing, that's going to open up our offense and let guys shine and make the guys that we said should be on the shelf actually get some love, like the Khalil Shakirs and the Dalton Kincaids, kind of let them spread their wings and play. So
come on, Rome. Rome got to take. Rome want to say something, man.
Right.
I was watching too.
Yeah. He like, Josh run.
Yeah, exactly.
But I would say I'm not against Josh running at all. I think my biggest issue with Josh running is him. Josh feel like he just turned into a running back, which I get, but like, bro, you gotta learn how to protect yourself. I think he needs to learn that aspect. That's what when I was saying he's not the runner of like even Lamar. Lamar don't get hit when he running. He kind of find a way to get out. Even when you see Patrick Mahomes run, Patrick Mahomes barely get tackled. You don't really see Josh runs into the tackle. It's like, Josh, bro, like don't do that. Like you don't like he don't. It's almost like he don't know how to stop. The only way he know how to stop is he run into somebody. It's like, bro, what's going on? So that's my thing. I know he get in his mind that he just turned into a regular football player, which is fine, which I liked in the beginning of his career. But now, if you're like a Super Bowl guy, the guy to push us to the promised land, come on, bro. I kind of need you. We need you in the long run. So that's my biggest issue with Josh running. For him to stop, he got to run into somebody, which is crazy. But shout out to Ken Dorsey.
It definitely felt like Dorsey and McDermott grounded him for like 2 weeks and said, okay, if you don't want to listen, you know what? No more PlayStation. And I was like, okay, fine. I'll be responsible when I take the car out. I'll stop speeding. I'll park it safely. So that's what I feel like happened. So, and hopefully Josh did learn his lesson.
Shout out to Josh Coaster. He did slide. I did see a slide. That was like the first slide I ever seen him do, which is crazy, and it looked kind of awkward. But shout out to Josh for sliding. All right, let's go to this game review, man. Let's go to this game review. We Bills won 24-18 to the Bucks. You know, we looked dominant at some spurts of the game. We, you know, kind of lulled towards the end. The offense kind of sputtered. So what's your overall take of the game, and why you added, you know, you could add your 1 or 2 highlight plays from the game? We could start with you, Matt. What's your highlight? What's your, you know, overall take from the game, and then give us a highlight play too of why you at it.
Yeah, you know, I thought we started off fast. I think I don't remember who said it. It might have been Mike in the group chat. Said we're back. You know, like the first drive.
Second drive. That was definitely.
Yeah, so it's like, you know, we looked like, you know, our old selves. You know, starting fast, giving the defense a lead to play with. When we give the defense a lead, man, I'm confident that we're going to win every single game. Come out fast and we're rolling. It's a great feeling, man. You take the pressure off the defense, and then when our offense is rolling, it's like, all right, if they score it back, and like we're about to get the ball back, we're going to score again. Like, I'm not worried. So that's what it looked. There was definitely, you know, that element to the game for me. It just did get a little dicey at the end there. You know, there's certain things that, you know, that happen. It's like, all right, man, are they going to let these boys come back? Or, you know, that Hail Mary, they let that thing touch the ground. It's like almost like you hear like your old basketball coach, like, you never let a rebound touch the ground. Like, you know that football should never touch the ground. Somebody should be making contact with that joint, batting it down, picking it off, something. But yeah, we came out of there with that win, and we got some well-deserved time off before this Sunday night game.
All right. Do you have a highlight play, Matt? Who was the play? Yeah.
The highlight play to me was the Kincaid touchdown, man. It just, like I said, it was Josh in his best element, where, you know, he's taking off, making the defense make a decision, and Kincaid just broke off of his route perfectly right into the end zone. So that was awesome to see.
All right, Mike. What's your thoughts on the game and your highlight play?
For me, my thoughts of the game was 11 personnel. Right, I came on the show week 2 and said I had enough of 12 personnel. Like, to give me 11 personnel, that's like what Josh does best. I know, all right, we want to go get tight end, but Josh is going to throw the ball to tight end. We want to go get running backs, but Josh will throw the ball to running backs. Right, Josh is 11 personnel, spread them out, let me go out there and cook. And I felt like the last couple of games with 12 personnel, he's really trying to condense things and make things a little bit more tighter. And I don't think we should play that way. I think we should go out there and we should, you know, put the foot on the pedal, and we should go. Because we have Josh Allen. He's better than most quarterbacks he's going to play against. But besides that, I'm going to start with Love. I'm not going to get into that. We can talk about that later. But I thought the Bills looked good on offense. I thought the defense looked good. I thought McDermott had a good day. I thought Baker looked confused for the first 2 quarters. You know, they got a little easy touchdown because of interception by Josh. But I thought Baker looked rough. They don't have a running game. He couldn't pass. So I thought overall, you know, punter looked great. You know, putting him down at the 3. Like, what? Yeah. McDermott, this was a perfect game for McDermott. Complimentary football. All 3 phases did what they were supposed to do, and it looked really great. Highlight of play for me, I will go Shakir. Down the field, that was a big play to get us down there. So I like seeing him go out there and finally make some plays.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my thoughts on the game was, you know, I like the hurry up. I like, you know, the hurry up, get Josh in rhythm. Let's go. You know, Shakir was the third wide receiver most of the time. And I just wanted the guys on the field. I wanted Kincaid, Gabe, and Diggs, and then if he's going 11 personnel, whoever your third best, and that ended up being Shakir, I wanted them on the field all the time. That's what it felt like. Felt like those guys were on the field all the time, and Josh was getting the ball out of his hands, right? Yeah. He was getting the ball out of his hands. He was quick, 1, 2, 3 hitch, get the ball out of his hand, let his receivers do a lot of the work he want to do with his arm. You know what I mean? And I know he don't like that because he almost like don't like throwing the ball in front of the sticks. I just think he kind of wants you to get beyond the sticks, and because he don't want he don't want 3 and outs. He don't want to get off the field. So I understand Josh when he goes like that, but when he get the ball to these boys quick, Gabe had one of the most unlike Gabe games, just literally getting the ball on screens, trying to juke, and he don't got no juke moves. You know, he need to spend some more VC. Gabe need to spend some more VC on his juke moves because they definitely not there. God. But he was getting the ball in his hands and letting him move. You let him do his thing. So and shout out to Shakir. He looked real good. He looked real good. And
y'all boy.
Yeah, and the defense, because going into this game, the narrative was, even though Baker Mayfield has been playing up and down, he don't really get sacked, right? You know, they offensive line pass blocking because they couldn't run the ball unless they play the Bills, but they pass blocking been great. But we got to him 3 times. We was pressuring him all the time. We should have had like 10 sacks.
10 times,
but we got to him 3 times. It could have been an even uglier game if we could have got home some of them other times. So just a good game on the offense and defense side for 3 quarters. The last end of that 4th quarter was weird with them penalties. A lot of them was cheap. But you know, I think we played a good game and we won. But my highlight play of the game is Hardy. Shout out to Hardy on that punt return. You know, when he reverse field, it gave us a short field. We got the ball on like the 22-yard line. That helped us with our first touchdown. That was the Josh run touchdown when he ran, you know, untouched. So shout out to Hardy. You know, I think that's what he came for, to be a great guy in special teams, can reverse field for us. So that was my highlight play of the week. Anything else y'all want to mention about the game that y'all didn't get to say?
Well, I can. So I kind of get into a comment here. I got Josh said, do we see Poyer playing as a linebacker? So yeah, I think, you know, we'll see as it's with Taylor Rapp and that three-headed safety, you know, room there. I think we will see him coming up a lot. I mean, over the years, he was probably one of our best tacklers. He had a ton of years here with, you know, 100-year tackle or 100 tackle seasons as a safety. So it's like I wouldn't be surprised if we see him coming up like in the box more, helping out with, you know, help covering running backs, covering tight ends, things of that nature, and maybe letting Taylor Rapp play that center field role where him and Micah used to play. So I did enjoy seeing that also. And then honorable mention plays for me, that Dalton Kincaid toe tap on the sidelines is like, okay, this is what they saw in him. You know, hand catcher. He caught a ball behind him. Like he's all hands, man.
Yeah, couple,
so you see glimpses of that, and it's like, all right, this is what they got him for in that first round.
It's been one game as a starter. It's been one game as a starter for Kincaid. But have y'all seen enough of the Dawson Knox? Far as should he be the backup? Because I would hope that 11 personnel is more so the main thing we go and not just the thing we do sometimes. And if that's the case, is Kincaid, as he solidified himself as the starting tight end? Do you feel like, you know, he 4 weeks from now, we don't know what's going to happen, but I mean, what do y'all think? Do you feel like we paid him? Should we put him back on there? You know, because they say, you know, the players don't lose their quote unquote position from injury. But, you know, what's your thoughts?
No, I mean, bro, listen, you're not losing your job. We eliminated your job. It's a difference. It's a difference. Yeah. We're not hiring somebody new. We just eliminating it altogether. So I think he'd be fine there. But this has been my issue with the whole Kincaid thing the whole time. He's a tight end. No, he's a slot wide receiver. He's a big Cole Beasley. He's a tight end. The reason why he cooked is because he's a tight end. Right, Mark Andrews just don't go line up and slot all the time and go cook. He cooked from inline too, and Mark Andrews never blocked. So we don't need really Kincaid on passing plays. He don't ever need to be in blocking. And on running plays, I think we'd be fine. I don't think we get a couple yards, we'd be fine. The big thing is passing, and how can we make that better? I think moving Kincaid to tight end fully. And stop and 12 personnel, let 12 personnel be that whatever. But 11 personnel, Kincaid's the tight end.
For sure. I think you know, just a couple catches alone, it shows, you know, we can use him down the field. He's a dependable target for Josh. And once you build that rapport with Josh, That's all you need, man.
All right,
I do,
man. So,
I do have something similar though to the Poyer thing that I like with Gabe Davis. Like he ran a lot of like tight end routes
yeah,
this game.
close to the
So
line.
if you want to do some type of 11 personnel, 11 and a half with Gabe Davis as the quote unquote active tight end and bring maybe Hardy, put him in on the outside, or you want to keep securing, however you want to do it. And we probably could run out of that. Gabe is a really good blocker. I think use him as quote unquote the 12 personnel. So.
Yeah, and just a lot of even the good running teams, right? The San Fran, the Rams, they wide receivers have to block. Like you got to be a good blocker. Cooper Kupp is one of the better blockers in the league from the wide receiver perspective because you gotta force the block because we're not bringing a second tight end on. Are we keeping these guys on and you got to block for us? So I agree with that.
Yeah.
And the Gabe, you got the size, you don't got no juke move, so the other attribute should be blocking. Shout out to Gabe. He don't. It looked bad out there. he just hold the ball in one hand and just try to
he don't switch hands, nothing.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on to Raju's player of the game. But before we do that, let me tell you who sponsored this segment. All right. This segment is brought to you by Raju's. Real fruit, real flavor, real kids. Tired of the same old drinks? Raju is here, crafted by younger entrepreneurs with a passion for taste. Why go Rad? It's a real fruit adventure. Experience nature's finest in every sip, pure and clean, no artificial additives, just pure refreshment. Explore 3 exciting flavors, peach, strawberry, and tropical. And now you can find Raju's at 3 convenient locations near you. 716 Premium, located at 425 Elmwood Avenue. Crenshaw Chicken and Waffles, located at 37 Chandler Street, and our newest location, Sweet Cheeks Cake Bar, located at 1685 Hurdle Ave. Elevate your refreshment game with Raju's, created by kids, enjoyed by everyone. Grab yours today. All right, shout out Raju's. All right, Mike, who is your Raju's player of the game?
I'm gonna give some love to my guy Shaq Lawson, friend of the show.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, Shaq.
When he played, he blocked the field goal. I think he made like one play a game that just keep him around. Right. He's a good run defender. He's gonna go out there. He's a sound tackler, and he might get you a sack or two. So shout out to Shaq Lawson. Good special teams play. Right. Complimentary football. We got a shout out to the players with special teams too.
All right, Matty Ice. Who your Raju's player of the game?
I it's gonna be boring, but I gotta give it to Josh, man. I mean, he 324 yards. He ran the ball well, and he totally controlled the offense out there. So, shout out to Josh.
Yeah, Josh had probably his best game of the season. So you can't be mad at that. But I'm gonna give it's a tie between Shakir and Dalton Kincaid. I'm gonna go Kincaid. First round pick. People was questioning him like, what is he really gonna do? But 7 targets, 5 catches, 65 yards, and a touchdown. I mean, and he made a great catch. He made a great catch on the sideline, like you said, Matt, the toe tap. And, so he can make plays. He's a playmaker. He can make plays. I don't know if Dawson Knox makes that play. Probably not.
No.
All right, moving on to y'all got any last comments on that game, or we want to move on to these Bills versus
Bengals?
No, let's do this. Let's do this before we get there. Let's have a real conversation. Right. Okay. I was going over the rundown, and I looked ahead. And I looked at our schedule. The elephant in the room is our schedule. That leads into who our next game is going to be. We have problems with that. But the next game, before we talk about that, we got the Bengals, got the Broncos, we got the Jets, who we lost to. We got the Eagles, 7-1 Eagles. We got the Chiefs, 6-2 Chiefs. We got the Cowboys. We got the Chargers. We got the Patriots, who we lost to. And we got the Dolphins, who's right now the number 1 seed in the AFC East, the number 1 seed in our division. So let's have a real conversation, man. What's your thoughts on the schedule moving forward, and maybe we don't got to talk about division, but what's your thoughts on our schedule moving forward? A lot of
I don't like how you just glossed over the Broncos like they just ain't beat the Chiefs.
Yeah, but I mean, yes, but no, the only reason I'm not glossing over them, but if I was a betting man, I would have picked the Broncos in that game simply because they played them 2 weeks ago, and it's hard to be the team too. It's just hard to be the team like essentially back to back weeks. It's almost like it's just a hard thing to do. It's just because the team that won is hard to get them back up. Pause, and Broncos is kind of in the at home a dire straight. It was just gonna be a tough win. It was gonna be a tough one either way. But we do have the Broncos. So moving forward, what's your thoughts on that schedule? And what's our, I don't want to put you on the spot, but what our record gonna be? What's our record gonna be after this? After these next 7 games or so?
Yeah, I'm glad you brought this up because I could lead into my point that I wanted to talk about, and that's Sean McDermott. I am concerned some with how he's going about the strategy with the games. Like I remember the good old days. Remember the good old days when we didn't punt and we was like, oh, we don't know the punter game, and we all laugh about it. We all had a good time because the Bills scored 47 points and everyone had a good time. But now we're just putting the ball all the time. And I get it, right? It's Baker Mayfield, and you hear them say when they lose, hey, those guys get paid too. It's NFL, it's any given Sunday. But when you actually playing the game, we can say, but it's Baker Mayfield though, right? He's not really going to beat us. And I think if McDermott is going to punt the ball like he does and give the other team chances to win, you're going to have some fluky stuff happen. You're going to have some pass interferences. You're going to have Mike Gesicki catch a touchdown. You're going to have Godwin turn in the multiverse. Godwin turned around and caught that ball, and then you lost. And as long as McDermott is going to coach games, quote unquote, not to lose or just to keep them close, I think you're going to lose a lot of games like that against subpar teams.
So let me just go before you go, Matt. Just if I can somewhat throw in bail, just to think of something. What if I say like, well, what if he thinking, well, I can't. I only do that if I feel like the offense is answering that call. The offense has been up and down the first few weeks. We've been, it hasn't been Josh Allen's of old. It haven't been, 35 points a game offense. And until they get to that point, I believe him. Right now, I would say he believe in his defense more than he believe in his offense, where it was probably half if he not believe in his offense more the last few years. So what is your thoughts on him thinking like, well, I believe in my defense more than I believe in my offense?
Maybe. All right, the offense has not been great. That's true. Even though against the Bucks, they were moving the ball, they were humming, right? They were getting 3-4 yards of play. So if you could get 1, you can get 2. Then that's fine. But a couple years ago, McDermott was 100% on calls on when to go for it.
Yep.
And he's coming back from that. But offense versus defense, I don't even care about that. I got Josh Allen. I believe in the Josh Allen. And I'm always going to roll with that guy to go win me the game and not rely on my defense to go stop them from winning the game. I think it's a flawed strategy. So with that said, I mean, the Bills can go 10-7, to be honest.
All right, 10-7. Matt, looking at the schedule, man, what's your thoughts?
I think that strategy too is going to be it's going to be case by case because, like you said, we did play against a Baker Mayfield, so you feel a little bit more confident in pinning them back, getting your defense back. But you going up against a Joe Burrow this week or a Jalen Hurts in a couple weeks. Even Russ, I guess you can throw in there next week. You're going against some pretty good quarterbacks at the end of this stretch here. We got Mahomes, we got Justin Herbert, so it's gonna be
the only one we're not seeing in the AFC that's good is Lamar. Everybody else is on our roster. Everybody else, we got Burrow, Herbert. We got even Dak having the best game. We having a better season. Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
Only person we're not seeing is Lamar.
So I think you're gonna, in those scenarios, we probably will see them go for it a little bit more. That way we want to keep the ball out of their hands and keep it in Josh's hands because I'm taking Josh to convert and score points to take the pressure off of our defense. So with the schedule ahead, though, I mean, man, it's gonna be a gauntlet, and then this is gonna be the time. This is gonna be the time where Josh has to play head and shoulders above his competition. He's gonna be man on man against the guys that are fighting for the MVP trophy. He's gonna see Mahomes. He's gonna see Tua again. He's gonna see Justin Herbert, Jalen Hurts. He's gonna see all those guys.
Everybody
that are in the conversation.
Prime time games too.
All prime time. The world's gonna be watching. So no matter what, we got that 1 o'clock room. Everything else is 4:25 or later. So yeah, you're on the big stage. This is where you got to lock in and rally the troops and say, hey guys, it's now or never, and let's make it now.
Yeah, man, I agree a lot with y'all saying. Right, this is a tough schedule. But if we want to win the Super Bowl, as a Bills fan, it's exciting seeing these guys in the roster, right? Because obviously, I believe we on the schedule. I believe we got one of the better teams in the NFL. And I'm gonna be proven right or wrong. It's that simple. Like if I'm assuming we're gonna beat some of these guys. If we lose all of them, then we're not a good team. You know what I'm saying? Like it's that simple. We're not a good team. We're not. We talking about Super Bowl. We let off if we got a roster to win a Super Bowl. Well, we literally playing 4 contenders. You know what I mean? In the next, so
yeah.
It is what it is. We need to know it now. I think we're not playing our best football, but I think these teams is gonna push us to that limit, and it's even to the point where the division and the conference, all that is gonna be lined up in these games. All those things is gonna be answered. It ain't gonna be like
important.
We gonna play all these teams that that matter. So I'm looking forward to the schedule. I think I'm interested in getting the Jets back at home. I think the Broncos, I think we can have that as well. Another home game. Going to the Philly is going to be going to Philly and then to go to the Chiefs back-to-back Super Bowl. People that was in the Super Bowl. That's the stretch right there, right? If we can we get one, if not both of those games to see how the grit that we have in this team, just in case we have to go in an AFC Championship game because we lost some games early. Do we have to go? To the Chiefs? Do we have to go to the Baltimore to win a playoff game? That might be the case because I don't know how we're gonna be in the conference, with our record. So, I mean, I'm excited though. I'm not scared. I'm excited. McDermott gonna earn his paycheck. The defense is going. They got to figure it out. Josh got to step it up and be a great quarterback that we say. And this is literally, if you want to win an MVP, this is an MVP role. This is an MVP schedule.
Yeah.
If he can knock some of these guys off. If he got to get an MVP, this is the season to get it. You know what I mean? So I'm excited about it.
Yeah, this is the stretch to get it too. I mean,
this is a stretch, man.
Yep.
This like playing like if we was a college team, this like we playing 3 of the top 5 teams in the college. You know what I mean? That'd be crazy.
Michigan,
Ohio State,
you gotta play
and Bama,
Alabama.
It's like, all right, bet. Let's get it.
All right, well, all right. It's unfortunate, Hill up Dawson Knox, but we were going back to our fastball 11 personnel right when the stretch start. So hopefully we're in shape enough so that it's rolling to keep up. Because Burrow looked unstoppable yesterday, right? I traded for him 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, Brad, and everybody called me crazy. And I was like, "Nah, Burrow back, baby," and he paying me off.
Great segue. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about Bills versus Bengals. We know, the last few times we played them. Shout out to Damar Hamlin. He's back. He's healthy. But that game didn't start off like we were the better team. And then in the playoff game, they smacked us in the mouth. We know what it is, and we going back to Cincinnati. So I don't know if Damar Hamlin gonna play. I don't know how that's going. I don't know how. Is that gonna be a factor in going back to that field, Damar Hamlin? I hope not. Mm-hmm. Hopefully, if anything, I hope it.
100%.
Hopefully it put some juice in us. Pause. So what's your thoughts on this Bills versus Bengals? It looked like they got our number the last few times we played us. So what's your thoughts on keys to success?
Yeah, I think that's going to play a factor into it, and I think the guys that were here last year, which is majority of them, both games they didn't come out really with any energy
At all.
against this Bengals team, and the Bengals kind of came out and punched us in the mouth early. So I think they that's going to be a topic of conversation, is that they got to come out ready to roll. And like Mike said, that Burrow is back, they're rolling. They won 3 in a row. Jamar Chase, he's playing like one of the best receivers in football.
That 11.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tough go. So we're gonna be in Cincy. I don't know what the weather is gonna be like, but prime time, the 8:20 start after a big full slate of football that day. The Chiefs and the Dolphins play early. There might be a chance. There might be other implications. We might be able to take over the division again. It's a lot of different variables, right? So I think it's definitely going to play a factor, and we got to also Josh hasn't beat Burrow yet. Burrow was one of the guys in that conversation with him. Oh, well, Burrow got to the Super Bowl. Josh didn't get to the Super Bowl. Josh hasn't beat Burrow yet. So that's all that stuff's going to be in the headlines. So I'm sure Josh is looking at that as bulletin board material, and hopefully he comes out with a fast start again.
All right, Mike, what's your thoughts on the game, man?
I agree. It's going to be tough. Right? We down Trey White. We down Milano. You got Higgins, who is back. You got Chase, who always open. And you got Boyd, who caught a great pass. So, right, we just got weapons on top of weapons. So I think it's almost the perfect time that Jordan Poyer is now going to go to some linebacker. I think your best bet is to get a lot of DBs on the field and to slow Burrow down. And I know during the playoff, Mixon got some yards against us. I think you go out there and you tell Mixon to go beat you again. Similar to a strategy we did against the Chiefs when CEH ran for 200 yards. If Mixon gonna run for 200, then
that's crazy. CEH running for 200 is crazy.
Yeah, right. That was crazy. But right, we got Ed Oliver's back. Ed had a good game last week. Right, we love to have Daquan Jones. We didn't have him for the playoff game. But Jordan Phillips, he's playing terrible right now. So I don't know what we're going to do next to Ed Oliver. But right, you got Russo, you got Epinesa playing well, and you got Von Miller. So I think if you can control Mixon and have Rapp and Poyer and Teron Johnson, all those guys back there to slow down Chase, Boyd and Higgins, then you definitely got a shot of winning.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm gonna just piggyback on something you said earlier, like the whole punts. Like we gotta, I don't want Josh to feel pressure like you gotta score every single possession and have him do something dumb, but we gotta score every possession. You know what I'm saying? We gotta put up points.
Yeah.
We gotta not stall. We can't have we had that goal line stand where we don't come up with no points. We need touchdowns in those moments. When we get to the goal line, we need touchdowns. They defense, they play against San Fran. San Fran has been reeling, but still, that's still a good team in San Fran. They coming off a bye week. Joe Mixon looked like he had a step back, because Joe Mixon been looking terrible all year. Like he had a step. Yeah. Joe Burrow was running too. Joe Burrow start running. He back. So I think they're playing their best football right now. Bengals are playing their best football. And I think our defense, like you said, is different because that was Leslie Frazier who called that defense in the last 2 years. This is Sean McDermott's defense. It looks operates slightly different. Maybe he blitzed more. I don't know what it is, but we'll see. But I feel like we're gonna be more prepared. We understand the task at hand. I'm not saying that there are new Chiefs or anything like that, but it's similar to that vein where it's like, damn, we can't beat these boys. But I think we're gonna come with that urgency. We know what happened last time we played them. I think it was a Sunday night game as well. So I think we got to come with that urgency. And man, it's gonna be tough. So keys to success. What's one thing that if we win, what do you think the box score is gonna reflect? Josh threw for 400. Like, what's the keys to success, Matt? What's your key to success?
My keys to success, if we're gonna see Jordan Poyer at kind of drop down in the box, we have to win rushing 4. I know we said it like in the group chat that we weren't really getting a lot of pressure on Baker. I mean that's because I don't know if it's because they're so used to just only being in pass pro, and they've got that down to a science because they can't run the ball.
Maybe.
But
He
man,
don't get sacked a lot. He don't get sacked a lot.
We have to. Those guys, that front four. This is their these games going forward. When you got a great wide receiver group like Cincinnati does, you got to be able to put an extra DB out there to be able to cover these guys. Or we can rush four and blitz a Bernard and get some pressure and things like that. But still, you got to have that extra DB on the field. So that front four has to win rushing four. We have to put pressure on rushing only four. And I think those guys can do it. I think the Leonard Floyd, Ed Oliver, Rousseau, Epineza, Tim Settle, those guys got to win up front. They got to do what they got to do. And I think that's going to be a real key to success, because if we lock it up, and get home, then obviously that receiver group won't be successful.
All right, Mike, what's your key to success? What the Bills need to do to get this win?
Yeah, I do agree with Matt that you need to get pressure on Burrow. But for me, if I could look at the box score, if I could see just one stat from next week right now, it would like touchdowns for Josh Allen. If we said 3 passing touchdowns, I'm thinking, okay, we probably had a good day. Because maybe Cook might have one running, or Murray might have one running, or Josh might have one running, right? And then we already got that's 4 touchdowns on the board. So I need Josh to be throwing the ball in 3 touchdowns, 3 passing touchdowns this week from Josh Allen at least. So if you're a betting person, I don't know what the line would be, maybe 2.5. I would bet the over.
Yeah, for sure. I agree with. I was just about to say that. Shout out to Josh. What is it? I don't want to get it wrong. Tape cage.
Toppy Kage, I think.
Toppy Kage.
Kage.
All right. Kage, yeah, Naruto. But everything he said, I think this is obviously I don't want to put pressure on Von Miller to be just great, but I mean, this is a game we kind of like, bro. You know what I mean? It would be good to have you back, Von. It'd be good for your knee to work. It'd be good for your knee to work, Von. You know what I'm saying? It'd be good to get a Joe Burrow sack. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Von Miller if he, this is what, game 3 or 4 back. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if we're gonna get that, but if Von Miller do show up, that'll be a great player. That we need him. We need you, Von. You know, we need you. If we need pressure, we need to rush 4. If we need to rush 4, Von Miller, Rousseau, Epineza, those are the guys that need to get there. Leonard Floyd, they need to get there when they in the game. I would say my key to success, we need at least 4 sacks. If we get to Joe Burrow 4 times, 4 sacks, that means we probably, drive killers. We knock them out of field goal range. Just those big plays where we get some sacks, where they forcing them to punt, get those extra possessions, allow our offense back on the field, man. So that's my keys to success. But that's it. Anything else I want to say before we get to talk about our weekly contest?
Von Miller tore his ACL not even a year ago.
We need you, bro.
Y'all like, nah, I need you to go get the quarterback.
Put the bat symbol in the sky. Where is Von?
Y'all seen the running backs from we seen Brees Hall back. Yeah, Javonte Williams look like he back. Like, what we doing, Von? Come on,
10 years is senior.
Yeah, they're like
modern science, bro. Modern science, bro. Let's get it, man. Let's get it. I'm not saying it's gonna happen. I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but that would be nice. It would be nice if he can, muster up some. Like, come on, bro. It's a big game. We in Cincy. You know what I mean? The lights is gonna be bright, Von. You're gonna be one of the people they're gonna be talking about on the broadcast. Make a play.
Yeah.
I'm just laughing because Nasty calling Von trash. And it's like, yo, give my man some
I'm
grace,
giving him time,
man.
but it'd be great. It'll be great for him to show up. Yeah, he definitely need grace.
Like, just get off the field, though.
So because nobody was saying that last year. Nobody was saying that last year. He was great for us last year. So
yeah. One play from him though, would change a lot. Because right now, I think that after his showing so far, quarterbacks aren't really like, he's just kind of out here. I think if he changes that one drive, I think that'll help the other guys out a lot too.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
All right, man. Let's talk about this weekly contest. Who won the contest?
Yeah, so we didn't have anybody predict the correct score, but we did have somebody predict Dalton Kincaid's receiving yards right on the money. So shout out to and this week I'm gonna do 2 winners because we had somebody that was close to Josh Allen's passing yards, But I'm happy. I'm just happy that somebody predicted that something right on the money this week. So Josh finished with 324 yards passing, and Dalton Kincaid finished with 55 yards. Or was it? Hold on, let me
65.
65 yards. Sorry, 65 yards receiving. So with that, Bill Kane, he won the he won a T-shirt for predicting the Dalton Kincaid receiving yards, and then closest to Josh was James Bugman. Shout out my guy Bug.
Shout out to Bug.
Yep.
Bug.
So you got our 2 winners this week for the T-shirts. We'll get those out to you this week. We are going to do the score prediction contest this week for the Buffalo Bills against the Cincinnati Bengals. So you're going to predict the correct score. You are going to guess Josh Allen's passing yards, and you're going to predict. We're going to go with Old Faithful, since he had a great game last week, Gabe Davis's receiving yards. So we're going to do Josh and Gabe's passing receiving yards, predict the score.
Get it.
I'm gonna throw a little wrinkle in this week, though. I want to get some more people in the contest. So in your submission, I would like you to tag one person. Let's get some more people into the contest, man. Let's get it out there. We want everybody wearing our merch. We want new people wearing our merch. People who don't see it yet. So let's do that. And we're gonna end the contest at 8:00 on Sunday evening. Got plenty of time to do it and try to get it up quick this week. I know we've gotten it up late the past couple weeks, so we'll get on that this evening for sure. But yeah, that's all I got.
All right, man. Let's get it. Everybody definitely join that contest. Get these free tea, get this merch. All right, before we get out of here, we know we got to give our score prediction. So, Mike, what's your score prediction for this week's game against Cincinnati, man? Let us hear it.
This funny, because I think last week, me and Preach were just being critical, or being real about the Bills. Took it as critical. And you say, you know what, your boys come here every week and talk about how trash the Bills is. Let me hear it in your score prediction.
Let's hear it.
Every week, your boys always come over here and pick the Bills. Let's hear it in your score prediction. So here we go. I know. I'm sorry, Preach not here. Somebody got to do it. But I'm going Cincinnati 31, Buffalo 28.
Oh, he did it. He did it. All right.
I did it.
Mike picked the Bengals. All right.
Go
Mike
Bills.
picked the Bengals.
All right. You might as well just go. You might as well just wear freaking orange or black to your boy John's house this weekend.
Shout to John. Listen, I'm trying to be right. I'm trying to win a free tea. I want to be right.
Shout out to the free teas. All right, Matt, what's your score position, man?
I think the offense. I think we're gonna score. So I'm gonna put it at 35-27 Bills. I think it's gonna be a high scoring affair.
35-27 Bills. All right, yes, I like that. I got the Bills winning 34-33. 34-33. I think we went on a kickoff. Shout out to Bass. We ready. Be ready, Bass. Be ready, boy. We gonna need you this game. Be ready, Bass. 34-33. The nice, good game. Sunday night football. A great game. It's gonna be a great game, man. Y'all got anything else before we get out of here?
Just pushing back. OverdueBillsPod.com. We are running the sale right now, so definitely, if you're heading to Cincy, we'll get some merch to you. Try to get some merch to you if you're local before you leave, man. Definitely want people in their Overdue Bills gear heading down to Cincinnati, looking great. We got the tees, we got the hoodies, we have other things on our site as well. We got the beanies.
The beanies, I need the beanies.
Starting to get cold.
It's getting crazy out here.
It is cold.
They are warm, so
and they sweet. I'm always fire.
They are. So definitely check out the site, get in on the sale. That's really all I got.
We got some new logos too, right?
Yes, sir.
We do have some new logos dropping on the site too. We haven't dropped them yet. But we are going to be dropping them very, very soon. So be on the lookout for that.
I'm come up to Mills, hit the button, Mills. Hit the button, Mills. Hit the button.
Activate the new logo.
All right, great show, fellas. And we end every show with a little hey.
Go Lions. What up, though?
Shout out, Preach. Get better, bro.
Only Buffalo is gonna win it, folks. Kick your heels up and
We've
throw
seen
your
why
hands
the
up and
Buffalo Bills
throw
are
your
en route to the
head back
playoffs.
and come on now, the Bills are making it happen now. Stand up now, come on and shout.
Buffalo Bills go undefeated. And we're going to the Super Bowl. Yeah.
Now, baby.